This is the final piece that completes the big picture of what the internet is and how does it work. What are servers exactly and what do they do? We mentioned DNS servers, we mentioned web servers. To put it very simply, a server is a dedicated computer that usually is more powerful and provides some kind of service. So for example, the DNS server that has the DNS database serves information from the database to whoever asks for it. We mentioned Google's DNS server, which has the public IP address of 8.8.8.8. So basically, it's just a powerful computing machine, like your laptop, only a lot more powerful, which has the DNS database, which contains all the IP addresses and their corresponding websites. Whenever somebody wants this information, like we did in our previous video, we ask the DNS server to serve us the IP address of the google.com website. And what that server did is it served us that information. This is why we call it a server. A web server is another example. So a web server would have a website and it would serve you pages whenever you ask for it. So if you go to hackersacademy.com, our web server will hand you out the page that you ask for, the training page, the About Us page, and so on. It will be serving you these pages. This is why they're called servers. I'm going to show you quickly how a server is set up. On my current machine, I'm going to set up a web server now. This is my IP address 192.168.237.132. If I open my browser and I go to my IP address, I get an error saying web page is not available. There are currently no web pages available to be served on my own machine. So my machine does not currently have a server functionality running. Let's change this. Go to Control Panel, and I like to change the view to the smaller icons. Go to Programs and Features, and turn Windows features on. This allows us to add more features to our Windows machine. I'm going to scroll down and find the Internet Information Services. This will help me publish a World Wide Web service. So it will help me publish on my machine web services, which basically is fancy talk for I'm going to publish a website on my own laptop. So I'm going to click that and turn it on and wait for the changes to apply. By doing that, I just switched on a web serving functionality on my own laptop. And as soon as the changes are finished, I'm going to go back to my browser and I'm going to refresh the page. And now as you can see, my laptop is serving a website. So practically what I've done is I turned my own laptop to a web server. It is now a machine that is serving websites to anybody who can access the IP address of my machine. Here's your mission for this section. I'd like you to retrace the steps you saw in this video and this time turn on the FTP server. If you don't know what an FTP server is, go and figure out. And I'd like you to figure out how you connect to the FTP server. Once you've successfully completed that, make sure that you turn them back off again and set the computer back to its default state. We don't want any additional services to be running on our machine for a very good reason. We're gonna find out later why.